Yo, what up? My name is Derek. In today's video, I'm going to talk about whether or not you should be using Razer Cortex on your Windows build. Now, keep in mind right away, I am using a custom ISO GGOS. So if you want to use this on, maybe you have a regular Windows 10 or Windows 11 build that's bloated, then I recommend trying this. For me, not a big difference, but I will say if you have a bloated Windows, this will probably increase your FPS more than what mine was. We'll talk about it once we get to the benchmarks. First of all, what is Razer Cortex? It's just a system booster. There's a ton of them online, but Razer Cortex strides for better performance, as you can see, unlock your full potential, your PC's potential, and stuff like that. So once you download it, it should show up right here. We're going to open it up. And this is all I did. I left everything default. I just tested it like this. I had Auto Boost on. I tested it without Razer Cortex on, and then I tested it with it just to kind of get a test, like a benchmark. And so the way it works is it just disables things, cleans your RAM and stuff like that. Like I said, if you have a custom ISO, you're not gonna have a lot of RAM usage. You're not gonna have a lot of processes. So, but if you have a regular Windows 10, you probably will have a lot of processes and a lot of RAM usage. So that's where this is kind of helping you. You can choose things to disable processes, services, and non Windows services. There's also a booster prime that essentially you can see what your FPS would be if you turn settings on and off. You can test it right here, as you can see. So once I tested it, or I benchmarked it, there wasn't a big change. It was more of like a benchmark variation type of difference. Now, input lag is probably going to be the exact same. I mean, there's probably no difference in terms of performance with it on and off, especially for my Windows install, but for you, it might be totally different. But anyways, this is what the Fortnite one looked like. I tested 1080p low settings on a benchmark map for 60 seconds, and you can see Razer Cortex actually had a decrease of FPS compared to my regular baseline test, which was about 150. 1% lows and the 0.2% lows are about the same, besides Razer Cortex off had a little bit less of a point 0.2. Like I said, that's just benchmark variation. That's just what happens here and there, especially for my computer. My computer's not great, so I will get those types of numbers. Now, when it comes to Valorant, same thing. You can see actually Razer Cortex does improve FPS just a little bit, but like I said, it's that benchmark variation. It's still going to be between, like, I would say about 3 4 FPS is about benchmark variation. If it's like 10 or 5 or 6, like if it's a noticeable difference or a pretty marginal difference, then I would recommend using it. But since we're only increasing by about 1.3 FPS, I wouldn't really recommend it. Same with the 1% lows and the 0.2% lows, they're about the same. So I wouldn't recommend using Razer Cortex. To be honest with you, it's probably going to be worse for you because it's going to add more bloatware to your computer. And to me, I just don't think Razer Cortex is really made for computers like, or Windows like me, where it's a custom ISO. But like I said, if you use a regular Windows 10 or Windows 11, then I would recommend trying it and seeing if it improves your FPS by a lot. But anyways, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope this helped you. I hope this gave you some more information about what Razer Cortex is and whether or not you should be using it or not, because I know there's probably people out there that use it and think it improves your FPS. Like I said, benchmarking is the best way to figure out whether or not something is improving your FPS or not. Anyways, I hope you guys like this video. Like and subscribe, and use my credit code DERUK, Derek, and item shop Fortnite. Peace out.